motives niya para ideklarar ang martial law?
Well, batay sa pag-aaral at batay mismo sa mga diaries, mga personal na sinulat ni Mr. Marcos, 1969 pa lang, he wanted to declare martial law. Yeah, 1969 pa lang, he already inutusan na niya si Enrile at saka si, sino ba ito?
Mabuhay Pilipinas and mabuhay to the rest of the world. Welcome to your companion in looking at the church, the world, and the society from the consecrated point of view. Join us in our weekly dose of inspiration and information straight from the consecrated men and women of the Philippines. And we are your Kahabits, the religious sisters of mercy. And welcome sa saya at good vibes, hatid ng consecrated life. Ito ang The Habits ng Bayan. Happy Mercy Day, Kahabit Sister Algie. Happy Mercy Day to Kahabit Sister Christine. Mga Kahabits, as we celebrate the feast of Our Lady of Mercy, at the same time, our Foundation Day on September 24, we would like to greet every one of you, Happy Mercy Day! Welcome mga Kahabits sa isa na namang celebration of the joy of consecrated life. Ready? Pero bago ang kasiyahan, visit our social media accounts first. Follow us at our Instagram and Facebook pages at Conference of Major Superiors PH. Heart and follow na para updated ka. Maraming salamat po sa ating mga pinakamamahal na star senders. Sana ay mas maragdagan pang ating mga senders na gustong makatulong sa ating mga kapatid. Paano ba, Happy Sister Algie? Napakadali lang. All you need to do is click the star icon next to the comment section. Then, you can now buy stars and send them to us. The more stars you can send, the more people you can help. At mga Kahabits, please keep watching and sharing our videos from YouTube channel Conference of Major Superior PH. At sa mga hindi pa nakasubscribe, what are you waiting for? Subscribe na para maabot natin ang 10,000 subscribers mark. Also, mapapanood rin tayo sa TV Maria. Hanapin ang TV Maria channel sa inyong free and cable TV at tumutok every Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m. and every Thursdays at 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. Tara na mga Kahabits! Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Mga Kahabits, we now present to you the Religious Sisters of Mercy. Kahabit Sister Christine, I am excited to let our Kahabits know about us. So what are we waiting for? Mga Kahabits, let us watch this.
The Congregation of Sisters of Mercy is a religious congregation of pontifical rights, founded in Dublin in 1831 by Catherine Macaulay. The congregation includes religious sisters who dedicated their lives to God through deepening their relationship with God and serving His people, especially the poor, the sick, and the uneducated. As Sisters of Mercy, we freely respond to a call to serve the needy of our time and commit ourselves to follow Jesus Christ in His compassion for suffering people. We profess by public vows to live in chastity, poverty, and obedience, and to serve the poor, sick, and ignorant.
Catherine Macaulay was born near Dublin, Ireland on September 29, 1778. Her father was a generous man with a kind heart to the poor that had a great impact on Catherine's life. After After the death of both her parents, Catherine went to live with relatives who embodied the strong anti-Catholic atmosphere of the times. This was a difficult trial for Catherine, but she developed a spirituality based on God's mercy through it. She found peace in the cross, joy in suffering, prayer in action, and action in prayer. When Catherine Macaulay was 25, a retired Quaker couple invited her to live with them. Her faith and loving care for them and the poor people in the neighborhood was a powerful example for them. Catherine recognized the many needs of people who were economically poor in early 19th century in Ireland and determined that she could make a difference. Catherine sought to provide solace to the sick and needy families, train young girls for employment, and to instruct poor children. Therefore, on the deathbeds, they converted to Catholic belief and gave all their estate to her. Spending her inheritance, she opened the first House of Mercy on Baggot Street in Dublin, Ireland on September 24, 1827, as a place to shelter and educate women and girls. It included a chapel, school, a work area for training the residents for the job, dormitories for the poor, and any women who wished to join Catherine in her ministry. Catherine's original intention was to assemble a lay course of Catholic social workers. She did not wish to form a religious order. Nuns in Ireland in those days spent most of their time cloisters away from people, while Catherine decided to serve and to be a real help to the poor and needy. She wanted to be among them so that she could see the realities of the struggles they faced in daily life. Impressed by her good works and the importance of continuity in the ministry, the Archbishop of Dublin advised her to establish on December 12, 1831, Catherine Macaulay and her two companions, Mary Ann Doyle and Mary Elizabeth Halley, professed their religious vows as the First Sister of Mercy, thereby founding the congregation dedicated to serving the poor, sick, and uneducated.
The nuns wore plain clothing and went out with their baskets. They were known in Ireland as working nuns because they spent many times in the community helping people and became part of many dioceses, inspiring local young women to see and meet local needs, enabling the new order to spread rapidly. These Sisters of Mercy felt called by God to a life of service to nurse the sick and poor as working nuns, which was central to their charism. Living out the spirit of mercy, the sisters offer free schools for the poor, academies for the daughters of the rising middle class, and houses of mercy, providing shelter for poor youth and women in Dublin and other cities who were in danger of being exploited. They were called upon by bishops in several major epidemics of cholera to nurse people in homes and public hospitals. Their services were in much demand. Macaulay opened the first convent in mercy in England at Bermondsey on 19 November 1839, for the education of children, and the visitation of the poor, sick, and Mother Catherine was gifted with a profound love of God, expressed in a deep love for her sisters, and a tremendous sense of humor, able to help sustain others through difficult times. Her society expresses her surrender to the loving mercy of God.
Mercy is the charism that God has entrusted to Venerable Catherine Immaculate in the foundation of the Religious Sisters of Mercy. Catherine Immaculate sought to incarnate the mercy of God, the Father, to the poor, sick, and ignorant. An attitude of mercy is present among the sisters and subsequently becomes evident through the Institute's communal life of prayerful service and contemplation. Mercy is the best understood in the covenantal relationship of God with His people. God's love is more powerful. The fruits of His love are forgiveness and restoration to grace and the re-establishment of the interior covenant. God's love and abundant mercy embrace and transform the sister's misery into healing grace for her and impels her to dispense this mercy to others in their misery. The sisters strive for the perfection of charity to reveal the Father of mercy, pursuing and manifesting Christ's command to be merciful as your Father is merciful. Catherine indicated that the Institute is called to be rooted in the union of God, of Trinity, and the perfection of love and union is the unqualified condition of effective evangelization. She proclaimed before her death that her legacy to the Institute was union and charity. Throughout history, the Sisters of Mercy serve God's people through education, healthcare, and other ministries that further social, political, economic, and spiritual well-being. Through the special ministry of prayer and patient suffering, we witness union with the crucified Christ, encouraging those who engage in other works of mercy and interceding for the whole Church. We carry out our mission of mercy, guided by prayerful consideration of the needs of the time, giving preferential love to the poor, special concern for women, and other critical concern for the earth, immigration, racism, and non-violence. We sponsor institutions to address our enduring concerns and to witness Christ's mission. Within these institutions, we, together with our co-workers and those we serve, endeavor to model mercy and justice and promote change according to these ideals. By collaborating with others in works of mercy, we continually learn from them how to be more merciful. Relying on the Holy Spirit to lead us, contemplating the presence of God in His Word, in ourselves, in others, and in the universe, we and our mercy members strive to witness mercy when we reverence the dignity of each person, create a spirit of hospitality, and pursue integrity of word and deed in our lives. Recognizing our human weakness, we know that only through God's mercy we can be merciful.
The Philippine Mercy Mission began in Tubod with a pioneering spirit of great faith and compassion zeal for the poor. The 4 courageous women of mercy who volunteered to begin the gigantic task of establishing the school with the vision, mission, charism of mercy founders Mother Catherine Macaulay. The first group of American missionaries who first planted the seed with great sacrifices, real hardships, and selfless love and commitment were Sister Miriam Jan Nas, Sister Mary Harriet O'Connor, Sister Maria Cristina Dinin, and Sister Mary Mark Long. We are grateful to the Sisters of Mercy Regional Community of Buffalo for planting the seed of mercy in our shore. The spirit of the charism and tradition of Catherine Macaulay and the values of Catholic education helped shape our school community for what is now today.
Now that you already know about our congregation, tea-time muna tayo mga kahabits! As what our mother founders Venerable Catherine Macaulay told us, let us all have a comfortable cup of tea or coffee and enjoy the presentations by our novices during one of their formation classes.
How to jump properly jump like a sister. If you jump at the roof, 1, 2, 3.
ngắm mặt biển xanh xa tít chân trời, nghe sóng vỗ dạt dào biển cả, phút phi lao gió thổi trên bờ, buồm vươn cánh vượt sóng ra ngoài khơi, trong nắng hồng bừng lên sáng ngời. Miền Nam đất nước quê hương chúng tôi, có rừng dừa xanh xa tít chân trời, người thiếu nữ dạt dào tình trẻ, sáng xinh tươi đáng tuổi yêu đời. Lòng trai trắng rộng lớn như biển khơi, với cánh tay dựng nên đất trời.
Nabitin ba kayo mga kahabits? Don't worry. First part pala niyan. Marami pa kaming dalang happiness after our short break. Don't forget to follow our Instagram and Facebook page at Conference of Major Superiors PH. Also, send more Facebook stars for you to help the different advocacies of CMSP. At kahabits, please watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Conference of Major Superiors PH. Magbabalik ang saya at good vibes na sa habits. Ito ang The Habits Tambayan!
Cada día crece más en todo el mundo el no a la pena de muerte. Para la Iglesia esto es un signo de esperanza. Desde un punto de vista jurídico, no es necesaria. La sociedad puede reprimir eficazmente el crimen sin quitar definitivamente a quien lo cometió la posibilidad de redimirse. Siempre, en toda condena, debe haber una ventana de esperanza. La pena capital no ofrece justicia a las víctimas, sino que fomenta la venganza y evita toda posibilidad de deshacer un posible error judicial. Por otro lado, moralmente la pena de muerte es inadecuada. Destruye el don más importante que hemos recibido, la vida. No olvidemos que hasta el último momento una persona puede convertirse y puede cambiar. Y a la luz del Evangelio, la pena de muerte es inadmisible. El mandamiento "no matarás" se refiere tanto al inocente como al culpable. Por eso pido a todas las personas de buena voluntad que se movilicen para lograr la abolición de la pena de muerte en todo el mundo. Y recemos para que la pena de muerte, que atenta contra la inviolabilidad y dignidad de la persona, sea abolida en las leyes de todos los países del mundo.
And now, mga habits, it's time for us to get to know more about our sisters. Our leadership team is going to introduce to us the governance of the Sisters of Mercy in the Philippines.
Happy Mercy Day! I am Sister Virgencica Ardon Aligado of the Religious Sisters of Mercy. I am one of the Institute Ministers.
I am Sister Helen Diaz Libuon, one of the Institute Ministers.
I am Sister Rosario Regil Maulas, RSM, one of the Sister Life Ministers.
I am Sister Elba de Castro, one of the Sister Life Ministers.
A lot of people are curious. Why do the Sisters of Mercy no longer use the term Mother Superior or General Superior?
Since we were founded by Venerable Catherine Macaulay in Dublin, Ireland last 1831, we use the title Superior General. As time goes by, and as the Sisters of Mercy spread throughout the whole world, we became 8 institutes. Here in the Philippines, we are 2 groups. One, an institute. Their mother house is located in Tacloban City. On the other hand, we belong to the Institute of the Sisters of Mercy of the Americas, since we were founded by the Sisters of Mercy from Buffalo, New York. It was during the chapter of 1991 that we became the Institute of the Sisters of Mercy of the Americas. The members decided to call our Superior General as President, and the leadership team is called the Institute Leadership Team.
When we speak about our governance now, we only elect one set of leaders, and we call them the Institute Leadership Team. The location of the office is in Maryland, USA. We also have other leaders, like the Institute Minister, who directly connects to the Institute Leadership Team, and the Sister Life Minister, who is in charge of the sister-to-sister care across the Institute. These leaders are nominated by the members of the Institute and appointed by the Institute Leadership Team.
My role as an Institute Minister is almost the same as the Provincial Superior. This role as Institute Minister started last July 1, 2021. Our added role is to help oversee not only the Philippine sisters and their concerns, but also within the Institute.
We highly value the voice of the members and the team working among elected and appointed leaders in different countries. That is why we have Institute ministers and Sister Life ministers, as described earlier by Sister Virginsita, and later to be expounded by Sister Alva.
Our governance now adheres to collaborative leadership. That means a practice in which members of the congregation work together across the Institute to make decisions and keep the congregation thriving. Each member seeks out diversity of opinions and ideas in the activities of a team to build strategies and solve problems. As a result, members are more engaged and feel trusted.
At dahil most of our ministry are in Mindanao, dadalhin tayo ng ating pinakabagong junior professed sister for a virtual ministry tour. Ready na ba kayo? Let's go!
Hello mga kahabit. Thank you sisters. Welcome to our Mercy Regional House in Iligan City. I'm Sister Ivy, a junior professor with the Sisters of Mercy, joining with you and inviting you to our virtual ministry tour. And before we begin, let's have a comfortable cup of tea. Tea ka ba? Kasi nung nakita kita, ang puso ko ay tumitibok-tibok para sa inyo. Yes, my heart is beating with joy seeing all of you here in our tambayan and joining with us. Would you like to know more about our mission and values, our spiritual and corporal works of mercy? And would you like to witness with us our first Filipina sister, Sister Socorro Largo? And these are the things that you'd like to know. I'm so happy with that. We hear the cry of our suffering world, the devastation of our earth, the oppressive norms and systems that call us to respond at this moment of time. We have identified 5 interconnected critical concerns, and these are racism, immigration, nonviolence, women, and earth.
As what Kahabit Sister Ivy explained, we were founded out of a deep concern for people who are poor. Today, that commitment focuses on 5 critical concerns: earth, immigration, nonviolence, racism, and women. Hearing the cry of our suffering world, we respond to the impoverishment of peoples, the devastation of earth, and oppressive social systems by focusing on our critical concerns and the interconnections among them. We show our commitment to these concerns through personal transformation, community choices, educational outreach, legislative advocacy, corporate engagement, and spiritual practices. As Sisters of Mercy, how do we respond to the signs of the time, especially to our 5 critical concerns in our different ministries? Muli po nating samahan si Kahabit Sister Ivy to find this out.
Hello mga kahabit, and welcome to our virtual ministry tour. And we are here in a hospital ministry, joining with us Sister Rose Palacio, our medical director. Would you like to say hi to our kahabit sister?
Hi, how are you all? I'm glad you're able to hear what we're going to tell about our community of mercy in Iligan and Lanao del Norte.
Thank you, sister, for that. Now, we would like to hear from Sister Rose here that our hospital starts.
In 1977, 40 years ago, crucially aware of the desperate health needs of the people in the city of Iligan, Lanao del Norte, and Lanao del Sur, the Sisters of Mercy have labored to carry on the work of compassion and dedication vital to our foundation.
So now, sister, how, as a Sister of Mercy and as a medical director, responding to the needs, especially now in COVID-19 pandemic?
When the COVID-19 pandemic hit Iligan City, Mercy Community Hospital opened its door to these patients. An MCH COVID preparedness team was formed composed of hospital staff and medical specialists. At the height of the pandemic, all beds were full and there was long list of COVID-19 patients waiting for vacancy. It was also during this time that patients in respiratory failure had to be put on continuous ambu-bagging by a relative or caretaker while the sole ventilator was being used by another patient. It was terrible. The chance of survival of patients when ambu-bagging and could not be hooked to ventilator was much lower, and we were so sorry for that and really sad about it.
Thank you for that, sister. And now, we will see all the works that done as a Sister of Mercy.
March 17 started the lockdown in Tubod. At that time, no graduation of grade 6 and grade 12 teachers were at home and finished their schoolwork, forms and cards and etc. And then June 2020, teachers started to be back to school and had our enrollment And then by August 2020, we started the distance blended learning modular classes for our students. We tried our best to continue the process of educating our students through modulars, and then the teachers were creative on the student learning process. We are grateful for the pandemic because we are able to accommodate many students even in those remote areas. Then in August 15, 2022, after 2 years, we had our face-to-face classes, meaning limited classes because of the government protocols and IETF requirements. Up to now, we are able to cater to our students with their need to be able to come to school and able to hear the teachers teaching face-to-face. Even though there was a pandemic at that time, the school survived and the teachers were able to help the students in their own way. So the pandemic have many learnings at the same time, able to make ourselves be part of the education of our students in Mercy Junior College.
Ang pinaka-importante ay ipabati na po sa mga artist, sa mga lumad na ang simbahan ay nangita sa kanila.
Hello mga kahabit, andito tayo together with Sister NC, Sister Socorro Largo, our first Filipina religious sister of mercy. Say hi to our kahabit.
By the way, I'm very deaf already, so sorry I had to ask again.
Say hi.
Hi, kay napaho dagang mga kahila po dito sa bilin. Ay, dagang ko amiga diya. Amiga.
And
yes.
So
how are you?
Maybe they would answer you. They are fine. How about you, C? How are you, C?
Now I am already sick, so I feel sick. I feel sick. 90 years old na ko gabit. I am almost 90 this October. So no more energy, no more stamina. I cannot walk, by the way, and I'm in a wheelchair already. And somebody has to push the wheelchair because it's not automatic. Okay? So, well, just to be dependent of someone is already very hard for me because I used to be independent. I used to walk fast before everything, and I was independent as a person. So it's very hard for me now.
I have another question, C. On what year did you enter?
I entered 1958. 4 years after I taught in high school in Linamon, I was a teacher. So it was Father Ball who helped me facilitate. And then it was he also started me to save money for the flight, my travel. I was very lucky though, because I went home, or I went back to Papalo with Reverend Mother Vincentia and Mother Alice. They were so good to me. So I was not afraid to travel. I was not afraid of the flight. And yeah, it was hard. 22 hours flight from Manila to, where was that? Guam or Hawaii first. So that's a long trip. But with Mother Vincentia and Mother Alice with me in the plane, I wasn't afraid at all. Of course, I always trust God.
What are the values you are still holding on or living out from the beginning until now?
Values?
Yeah.
I learned. There are so many values, good and bad. But I tried to be patient. That's another thing, because as I told you, I am very independent. So I see people who are very slow and, slow moving and slow finishing projects or whatever. I'm very impatient. But now, I have learned to be patient.
I heard you have a sense of humor, see. Jokes. Jokes.
Oh, joke. I think that's a saving grace for me too, because I can make a joke out of something, sometimes out of nothing. But it's just, I already did that. I mean, because my brothers and sisters were joking also all the time. I mean, I learned from them how to laugh. That's another thing I enjoy. So this, when I was already in wheelchair, when I wrote short jokes, tried to recall and compile. It's not my own, but because I heard them, and then it's a waste of time if we don't record them. So that's why I have recorded 70 jokes. If you want them, I will send them to you.
Sure.
No, anyway.
So that's how we end our talk with Sister NC. Thank you, C, for sharing with us now your life-giving story as a Sister of Mercy, as a first Sister of Mercy.
Yes, I'm the first Sister of Mercy.
So,
I'm still in.
Yeah, still in.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord.
Bye, mga kahabi.
And another thing is prayer.
Yeah.
I should remember that praying. I pray all the time. I say my rosary 4 times a day and many other things. Although I cannot attend groups like morning praise or evening praise in chapel, because I have a hard time sitting for a long time. So I say my prayers in bed, usually. Okay?
All to see.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Sana ay nag-enjoy ninyo ang Virgo Ministry Tour at pinuntuhan kasama si Kahabit Sister Ivy. This time, let's watch and listen to the song written by our own Sisters of Mercy, inspired by the Mercy Spirituality, which was translated and performed in a trilingual by the schools within the Mercy education system of the Americas.
In mercy, we touch
pakikinig kahabit, Sister Algie. We are now at the end of the show. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsama sa tambayan today. Nag-enjoy ba kayo? Let us know through our Instagram and Facebook page at Conference of Major Superiors PH. Don't forget to help our brothers and sisters by sending us Facebook stars and also visit our YouTube channel, Conference of Major Superiors PH, where you can watch content from the consecrated in the Philippines. Also check us out on TV Maria Free TV channel every Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. with replays every Thursday at 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. You can also learn more about the Sisters of Mercy if you visit our website, sistersofmercy.org, and visit our Facebook page at Religious Sisters of Mercy Philippines. Again, we wish to thank you, our dear Kahabits, for hanging out with us in the Habits Tambayan. Next week, join us again as we explore the consecrated life, the church, the world, the society. We are the Religious Sisters of Mercy, signing off from your weekly inspiration and information companion. And we have been the Habits. Bye-bye. Thank you.